It is 41 days till the man burns, and today we're talking about photography at Burning Man. Because I'm sure that a lot of you are planning to get some snaps while you're out there, but there are some rules and some etiquette you need to know about. Even if the pictures are just for your own personal use, there are still rules that apply to that. So the number one rule, and really the biggest issue at Burning Man with photography, is invasion of privacy. You cannot take someone's picture without getting their permission first. It is part of the terms and conditions. By buying a ticket and entering Burning Man, you are agreeing to those terms and conditions. You're agreeing that you will not take pictures of people without getting their permission before you take them. And the same applies to video and audio recordings. If you are capturing someone's image or their voice or anything, you have to get permission first. Really, that's just a pretty standard thing in life. I don't know why people think that it's different at Burning Man. But I mean, if you went to Disneyland, you would probably be taking pictures of like Cinderella and Snow White. You wouldn't just be taking pictures of like random people that happen to be at Disneyland on the same day as you. You know, if you did that, you would probably end up with some pretty irate people being like, why are you taking my picture? Unless, of course, you got those people's permission first and they had agreed to let you take their picture. It's the same thing at Burning Man. It's respecting people's privacy. It's giving them a choice about whether or not they want to be recorded. And I know that often it's not done with bad intentions. You just see someone and they're wearing the most fabulous outfit and you just really want to get a picture of it. Or they're doing something that's really cool and you just have to get a video of it or a picture of it. You know, please remember to get people's permission before you do that. You should familiarize yourself with the rules of what constitutes professional photography and what constitutes personal photography as well. Because you might think that for it to be professional photography, you need to be, you know, selling those pictures or publishing those pictures in a magazine or a photography book or something like that. But that's not the case at Burning Man. Basically, if it's personal photography, then you are only sharing those pictures with people you personally know, with your family, with your friends, and in certain specific locations online with certain rules about kind of how the pictures are being used. If you are planning to share those pictures with a wider audience, or you are planning to use them for promotion, or to make any kind of profit from those pictures, that is professional photography. And you will need to contact Black Rock City Media and get a pass and make sure that you know all the rules of how you can use these pictures, what it is okay to take pictures of, all of that kind of stuff. So for personal photography, your pictures can only be used in certain ways. Obviously, you can show them to your family and friends. Your pictures can also go on your personal social media pages, so you know, Facebook, things like that. On personal photo sharing sites like Flickr or Instagram, or personal video sharing sites like YouTube, or on a personal website or a blog. But there are rules to all of that as well. If you are putting them on some kind of personal website, then that website cannot sell anything. It can't sell any products, it can't sell any services, and it can't be on a site that's pretending to be like an official Burning Man site or pretending that it is in some way endorsed by Burning Man. It has to be clear that the site is in no way related to Burning Man. Like, they don't know you exist, they are nothing to do with your site. It's a personal site. So for a lot of you that might not sound like a big deal, but for some of you it might be. So for example, if you have an Etsy shop, if you make, you know, custom fashion or something like that, and you're hoping to get some pictures of people wearing your fabulous creations at Burning Man to put on your Etsy page or your website where you're selling this stuff, you cannot do that. That is not covered in personal use. If you are putting anything on social media, on photo sharing or video sharing sites, then it has to be a personal account. It doesn't have to be private, but it should be personal. You can't use those pictures for anything promotional. You can't be creating sponsored content or being paid to create that content and post it. And the account you're using has to be personal. It cannot be an account that is dedicated to some kind of promotion. So, you know, again, if you have like an Etsy store and you are using an Instagram account to promote the clothes that you're making, then that wouldn't count as a personal account. So you cannot use the pictures that you're taking at Burning Man under personal use. That also means that if you are like a fashion blogger or something like that and a brand has sent you some clothes and they want you to wear them while you're at Burning Man and, you know, have some pictures taken of you, post them to social media. That is promotion. You are technically profiting off of those pictures. Even if they're not paying you, you're getting those clothes for free. You are getting some kind of benefit from posting those pictures. So again, it is against Burning Man's photography policy. Those pictures are not personal use if that's what you're intending to do with them. Basically, as long as you are putting those pictures on personal accounts, you are not earning any money from them, you are not using it as a promotional thing, you are not sponsored to be putting those pictures up, then you are all good. So with the rise of camera phones, and let's be honest, it's not likely that it's going to go away anytime soon. If anything, technology will just get more advanced and more affordable and more people will have them. It can create this sense at Burning Man where freedom of expression is a bit threatened. Because there's that fear that someone might take a picture of you without your knowledge. They might share it around on social media. So if you see someone that is taking people's pictures seemingly without the subject's knowledge, then please step in and say something. Even if it's just to alert the person that's having their picture taken that that is happening, so that they can deal with the situation, they can make sure that those pictures are deleted if they want them to be deleted. But it is also worth explaining to the person that, you know, that is not okay, it's against the terms and conditions of the event. They need to be getting permission from people before they take their picture or film them. Because for some people, they may not be doing it with bad intentions. A lot of people skip over the photography section in the survival guide because they think that it just applies to professional photographers. They don't realise that it actually applies to anybody that is taking pictures at Burning Man. So it could be that they just genuinely don't realise that they are doing anything wrong. So I hope this was helpful, guys. I hope you all have a great time. I hope you get some amazing pictures if you are taking them, and I hope you have permission to be getting all those pictures if they contain people. If any of the rest of you have any tips about photography, then let us know in the comments below. And if you see me at Burning Man this year, feel free to come and say hi to me. Bye, guys.